Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to iRacing for another video. Today we are in the limited late model at Eldora for some more dirt oval content. Now I know there's been a lot of dirt oval content on the channel recently, but I've been really enjoying just driving on the iRacing dirt model. It's just so challenging, it changes all the time, it's never the same race twice. So although saying that, this is my first race actually ever in the limited late model. It is an official event, so there will be SR and IR coming into it. I managed to qualify 5th position, which isn't too bad, using a setup that I stole from Oscar Harper. So thank you, Oscar, for that setup. It's definitely improved my lap time around here. In the practice sessions so far, we didn't have quite as much of a groove as we have there. You can just about see it there on the left of your screen. There's quite a big groove right down the centre of the circuit, so I'm not quite sure what sort of lines are going to be running just yet. Going to just try and do a couple of laps, try and keep safe, feel it out, and maybe try and work our way up the order. We'll just see how it goes, I suppose. So we're pulling away now. We actually have Patrick Fliss in front of us, who is one of the, I guess... Oh, jeez, don't hit the wall there. Very hard to control this thing at low speed. But Patrick Fliss is always hanging around in the Grip TV community. It's a name that I know. So my goal, I guess, would be to try and beat him. Although he does seem pretty fast at the moment. He tends to be quite fast in everything that he does. Just going to stick behind this car in front. So now we're starting on the bottom, which is sort of good. My usual line is the bottom, but you can just see just how big this groove is right now. So I won't be surprised to see a couple of cars running up high. Starting first gear. First gear is good for about 90 k's, so we'll try and fall then. So we are then, just rolling around going greens. I'm okay with that, I don't mind having that dirt. Actually no, I do mind having that dirt. I don't mind having dirt on the screen as long as it isn't in my sort of eye line of where I'm going to be turning. So I could pretty much have from the right hand side completely covered in dirt and not be bothered, but as soon as it gets in the centre, bam, off it goes. So probably try and concentrate on the start now. Two alongside us. This thing is so weird to start. It does not like going this slowly, it likes going sideways. Leader's backing us up, it seems. We're starting on the groove, don't want to be doing that. And there goes the leader. Second straight away. There you go, that's not a bad start. I think we might have jumped Patrick there on the left, and I'll go down the bottom right away. See what we can gain down the bottom there. Looks like we've gained a couple of places down the bottom again. The Oscar setup is a little bit less slidey than the baseline setup around here. Be careful of that groove. So it's all about trying to get the car pointing in the right direction. Getting a little bit of frame stutter around here. It isn't too bad. Hopefully it doesn't affect you guys too much. Moved up from 5th to 3rd, which is a good start. A little bit too close to that wall there. A little bit unsure on the throttle, but low line's working for me right now. Try and follow what the 4's doing because he's very quick. Trying to avoid going up on that that groove too much. There's just absolutely no grip. Their 6 is making the outside line work at 1, it seems, 1 and 2. Right now I'm happy to be where I am because there's not really anyone around me apart from the 6. I think the 4's probably going to pull away. He's very fast in qualifying. He went into the 16s. I've seen no one do that yet, but he's a bit slippery out there. Have to really try to make this setup slide, and you might argue that isn't quite the way you want to go for the dirt oval, but oh Jesus, getting onto the groove there. See what happens there? You just slow right down as soon as you touch the groove. It's very difficult, so we're going to go a bit higher here. Come back down, tear off. That's right in my line of vision. Ah, Jesus, don't want to be there. It's so slippery on the groove, and this frame rate thing is starting to bug me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Again, hopefully it isn't too bad for you guys. I can drive through it just about. I need to focus on what's in front of me instead of what's behind, because we're already up in the top 3, which is good, especially as a 7 car. Getting on the groove there on entry, it actually helped us turn a little bit. Try and keep the wheel as straight as possible. A little bit more oversteer in these things than you get in the sprint cars. There goes the stress ball. Goodbye, stress ball. That's gone. That's the downside, not having it physically attached. It does sometimes fall off. I need to tape it down or something, but so now the resistance in the throttle is completely different to what I'm used to, which should make things even more easy. So I've got frame rates to drive through and the lack of resistance in the throttle. 6 making up. Maybe I should try going up high with the 6. See if it works. Definitely more speed coming off of the corner. Let's try it through 1 as well. Oh, a bit too high, bit too high, bit too high. Okay, so I'm going to go back down to the bottom because I'm comfier down there. I don't want to change my line too much. It's about being comfy as well. I know, like, you could say that there's speed involved, but I want to be comfy. There's no point me taking risks and then just being slow. And right now I think I make it work for me better than the Highline anyway. There's too much of a groove Oh, that's a difficult bit when you come off it right there and you slide onto it. The car just immediately breaks traction. As long as I can keep out above 130 k's or so through one, that's a pretty decent way of going through there, I think. And there's not much of a groove at all down the bottom, which is making things pretty easy. You see I'm actually gaining now on the 6, so maybe this is a better line to run for now. A little bit too much rotation there going in. So easy to do that. Patrick is starting to gain. Races are a bit longer in this because you're not quite as fast as the sprint cars. About 3 seconds of that slower on average. And when that's around a circuit like this, you can just shows you how fast the sprint cars are, doesn't it? Patrick definitely is gaining at the moment, so that's someone to keep an eye on. Would like to beat him. Going down bottom. Almost going to reach out and touch that wall. That's the best line through there, I think, for me. Just getting off the throttle a bit there, just to make sure I don't rotate as much. And allow myself just to run over the groove a tiny bit on exit. That's not too bad. Nice and easy. Bit difficult now of not having the resistance in the throttle, but I'm getting used to it. There's a lapped car up ahead, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. And again, Oscar's setup is a lot less slidey than the sort of baseline setup. You feel a lot more planted in the corner, that's why I'm sort of moving the wheel a lot less, and you can argue it's better. But it's a bit difficult when you sort of go from completely backing the car into 1 and 2 to having to almost drive it like a circuit. Gap to Patrick is sort of consistent right now, so I'm happy with that. A little bit of a slide there because it's a nice exit. Ooh, I do wish the spotter was a bit better in this. It's a bit difficult to sort of calculate slip angles, I know, but right there I could have quite easily slid up into the 6 and put him round. I don't really want to do that as we're coming up to that traffic now. This could be interesting. A bit slow there. Patrick's very aggressive on the exit. Oh, just nudged the wall. 2x. Jesus Christ, this line in there is very aggressive, it seems. Not quite the fastest way of doing it. I think he's going to go for the old slide job. I'm just going to focus on the 6 in front, try not to worry too much about what Patrick's doing behind me. There's that traffic though. This is going to come into play definitely, for better or for worse. God, I miss having that resistance in the stress ball. Come back, stress ball, I miss you. Rip stress ball. So yeah, now 6 is going to have to... What's this guy at the bottom going to do? He's going to go bottom. Okay, this is bad for me. I shouldn't have done that. He's hit the wall. That slowed me right up there, but I had to do it. Patrick getting that all wrong there through 1. That gives us a bit of a break. Just enough room at the bottom. There's the 6. See that we are putting on the 6. Don't want to be locked up on the exit. You want to have the wheel facing nice and straight on the exit there. And using the groove a little bit just to get the car rotating. A little bit lower than I want to be there, so it's going to be a slow 1. And I'm going to... it's annoying. Just got onto the groove there, slowed me right down. Trying to keep low as possible, but the car's starting to go up on its own now. Do hope Patrick doesn't dive in and spin me round. One car in front, so he's going to be losing some mile this race. Don't slide up. Okay, good. I need to be a little bit lower, I think. Actually happened to second now. So now hopefully Patrick gets held up a little bit by the traffic, as does the 6. That's the aim. 6 is now taking my line, it seems. You want to go a bit higher, but having to deal with that traffic is stopping that a bit. Not many laps to go now. I'm hoping that Patrick and the guy behind have a little bit of a squabble, and that slows them up a tiny bit. Sort of what I need at the moment. Happy being forced slow by the lap traffic, but I have no choice. Don't go onto the groove,
Got one outside.
Groove is bad, groove is scary.
Stay low. Clear high. Clear high.
Oh, 6 for crying out loud, dude. What an absolute dickhead. That's a shame that is. I was going well there, just turns me round. Puts me down to 5th, 6th spot. I guess it happens in oval racing, but that is so frustrating. Spent all that time cultivating that line at the bottom there and gathering the pace, and then he just goes to turn me round. But all we can do now is to try and get the finish, try and get this 8. I think it's a bit too late to try and gain more places now, but yeah, that was a bit of a shame. The 6 had to resort to that. It's bad for my safety rating as well, so not many laps left. Maybe there'll be an instant up ahead. That's what I have to hope for now. I want to try and get back up into the top lot at all. Still running the bottom line. I think it's fine. The guy in front is a position. Bit slow there. You see in the exit right down to under 120 k's there. Trying to get off the throttle to try and stop the rear from sliding as much, sliding it wide. I'm not. I think that the lower line maybe is starting to slow down a bit, but it's my only option. I'm going to try and slide past this fella in front. Have to really back it in now.
White flag this time by. One more to go.
Well, that's pretty fast there through 3. We're going to come down to the last lap, try and get into the top 5. And there he is. There he is. It's going to be a sprint to the line, and we just about take 5th on the line. Okay, just about, but that's frustrating. That could have been a 2nd place. Real shame that the 6th felt the need to turn me around there, but 5th's okay, considering that, well, we started where we finished, or we finished where we started, but one of those things that's over racing. Still a decent record though. I had a decent record on the dirt oval so far, so I'm sort of happy with that, but yeah, what could have been. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you enjoyed me going sideways and trying not to crash and then being killed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. Take care guys, have an awesome day. See you next time.